What up, YouTube? It's your boy Burner420, and today on the show we're going to be talking about a very controversial prison topic. Before we get into this, please make sure you guys are checking the description box below, and please make sure you guys are subscribed to the stream and have all notifications turned on. Now, before we get into this, I just want to say thank you to everybody that supports the channel, all the new subscribers, and everybody that has been rocking with me and liking and commenting on every one of my videos. With that being said, let's get into this. Now, it ain't no secret that people have to hide stuff in prison. And sometimes when you hide stuff, you have to go to the most extreme measures you possibly can. Do people actually have to use their prison pocket in prison and hide things in their rectum to keep them away from the guards? Yes, this is very common. I would say 1 out of 3 inmates have used this to be able to hide something from the guards. Have I actually tried this? I ain't gonna lie to you guys, I have. Sometimes I'd have to hide knives. Sometimes I would have to hide knives. Sometimes I'd have to hide contraband. Now, I know a bunch of you guys, your minds are blown. You're like, oh my God, this is crazy. I can't believe people actually do this. But yes, it's very common. Let me go ahead and give you guys a backstory about prison. In prison, if you're part of a gang, there's going to be certain information that you have to pass from gang member to gang member. Now, that information, you can't get caught with it. It's called a hot kite. A kite is something that an inmate writes on a piece of paper and sends to another inmate. Now, if the kite's hot, it's either talking about a hit, it's talking about drugs, about making money. It's something that you do not want the cops knowing. If you get caught with a hot kite, you will definitely get sanctioned by your gang, get disciplined, and even get removed from that gang by force, by them stabbing you. Now, I used to be in an organization in prison, and there was another inmate named Monster. He was in the same organization as me. One day he had to pass a hot kite. While passing this kite, the cops knew that he had something up his ass. So what they did is they brought him into a dry cell room. In Utah, the dry cells work different ways, but mostly what happens is they put you inside a cell, they monitor you, and they feed you corn. So what they do is they sit there, they feed you corn, because they know as soon as they see it come out, that everything in your system is flush and you're not hiding anything, and they watch you every time you use the bathroom. Now, if you got something up there, you're gonna end up shitting it out and the cops are gonna see it. Now, Monster didn't know what to do. He knew he was gonna shit this hot kite out, and he didn't want the guards to get a hold of it. So what he did is he took it after he shit it out and he ate it. I remember talking to him, and he said it was the worst thing he's ever done in his life. I asked him, do you regret it? He goes, no, I don't, because I didn't get caught with it, and now my life is not on the line. And I got more respect from the gang because they know that I will do whatever it takes to keep things a secret. And yes, he did get respect from the gang for this. But he also got clowned on and everybody talked crap on him. He had to do what he had to do. Now, right here is some pictures of actual packages that people have made inside prison. I know you guys are just astonished because you see something like this and you're like, how does somebody get that all the way up there like it never happened? Speaking from personal experience, once you put something up there, it goes into your intestines and you kind of almost forget about it. A lot of people are going to clown and make fun of me for that. But it's true. Once it gets past a certain point, it's in your stomach and you can't feel it anymore. Prison is a weird thing. And when I try to explain stuff to you guys, sometimes you guys don't understand it. I'm going to talk to you guys about a dirty drop. A dirty drop is when a gang tells you to keep a knife up there when you guys all go to movement and have to go to rec. When you go out to rec, you're on the prison yard, and usually certain soldiers will have knives and other weapons on them at all time, just in case a riot breaks out, a gang war, so on and so forth. What happens is all the inmates will get in a circle when something is popping off. What they'll have you do is when you get in this circle, they're gonna have you drop the knives or get them out of your ass. Getting them out just pretty much means shitting them out and pulling the caps and everything off of them. When you go to put something up there, what you have to do is you have to cap it and tie it off so that it don't poke your intestines or get stuck somewhere. If that package comes out and it has a bunch of crap on it or feces, then you're gonna get in trouble, because if something pops off and you need to use that, you don't have time to be sitting there trying to get shit off of it. So they try to put you on a cleaner diet. Every gang has a specific way of doing stuff, and other gang members that have been in prison are gonna see this and be like,
that's not how we did it.
Of course, every organization is different, but the reason they do stuff is for specific reasons, man. You have to do what they tell you or your ass is gonna get in trouble. Here's some more pictures of contraband that they get in prison. A lot of guards will actually bring it into the inmate. So this ain't the only way that you can get stuff in and out of prison, but it's one of the main ways. Plus, it is a way to hide stuff from guards. Usually the guards will make you do a squat and cough when they strip search you. This is when they search your mouth, they search your hair behind your ears, they make you bend over and cough. And they think by coughing that there's gonna be pressure, that if something is up there, it's gonna fall out. And this is just not true. There's many times that I had something hidden that the cops would try to do the squat and cough technique and it would not do anything. We get away with this all the time in prison. Now what they do is they have a body scanner. It's kind of like the airport. They put you through it and they can tell what's inside your stomach. If you get caught with drugs or a knife or kites or anything in your stomach, you are going to be criminally charged with that. Getting caught with a knife in prison can result anywhere from a 1 to 15 year sentence at the Utah State Prison. So that is the reason people are willing to go to these extremes. There was even an inmate named Criminal. Now one day he had to hide a knife, so he put it up there and the cap fell off of it and it poked through his intestines. He was in medical and they had to sew his intestines shut. It was really bad. He almost ended up getting sepsis. The craziest thing I've ever seen somebody bring inside of a prison through this method is a whole cell phone with a charger. It wasn't just no little cell phone.
This was like a Pro Max type shit.
This was like the big iPhone. This wasn't the little one. I remember when I saw it, I was like, there's no way. And he's like, look, I had to do what I had to do. You will never understand what an inmate has to do until you're put in that situation, which I hope none of you guys are ever put in that situation. With that being said, I appreciate you guys. Make sure if you guys have any more topics, put them down below in the comment section and I'll try to cover them on the next episode. I appreciate everybody and thank you guys. Much love and respect.